What's up, all my LJC family, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey, welcome back to my channel, family. And today, I just wanted to give y'all a little update with life with Jeanette and kind of show y'all what I have to go through, what the doctor did for me, and how things have occurred with my migraine. And y'all, they kind of got an idea on where this knot is coming from, and they kind of think it's my sinuses. It's me going years and years and years without getting my sinuses treated and only being treated as needed and not being treated. She says something about, I can't exactly remember what she was talking about, but it's something about your sinus cavities or your sinus something. It's a lot of things up in your brains. It's a lot of things in your head that can cause your sinuses, and they kind of like cracking down on a lot of things. And I'm really glad, and because this is just I hate this knot, but it's been a part of my life for a long time, and I thought it had something to do with something else, but no, really, to be honest, this knot, why it looked like a wet spill up there. But anyway, this knot, it was bigger than this. I've been looking over a lot of different videos, and this knot was bigger than this. But since I've been treating my sinuses and doing everything that they have been telling me to do lately, I kind of think that it's going down, because you can feel like right here, it used to be, you could feel that it used to be all the way down to here, but now it's up to here. So I kind of think this doctor know what she's talking about, and I kind of do think that I haven't been treating. They gave me Singular to take every night. They had gave me another sinus medicine and something else. But anyway, before I get started and show y'all my routine that I have been doing for the last week, I think the last week, I want to kind of, do my little face routine as well. And I kind of got like this hair on my chin, this little peach fuzz. And I'm going to go ahead and use some of this, I don't want to shave it. I'm going to use some of this cream. See if this cream will work better to get that off right there. I'm going to see how that works. I already took my bath. I already washed my face and stuff. Treated my face with my soap and everything that I need to treat it with in a tub. I just didn't want to shave. And I said, hey, that can be a video. Let me go ahead and do that. And then I have like this little pimple right here in the middle of my head. But I have like these little skin tags. So I'm going to go ahead and get one out of there and put the skin tag. These kind of sort of do help. I'm going to put the skin tag. I can't do nothing with these nails, y'all. I done messed that up. But 2 of my nails came off. And I am trying my hardest to get the rest of these nails off. They hurt to come off. I'm not finna go back to no nail shop to get them to take them off. But I won't be getting my nails done again. That's just, it's not me anyway. I don't care to do all of that. I'd rather do press-ons than go up there and let them put all that stuff on my nails and be sitting there 50 minutes in 1 hour. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead, stick that on there. So that goes on there like that. And then I think I'm only supposed to let this sit on my face. For just a little bit. But y'all, I got something to show y'all. Hold on just a minute. Okay, guys. Anyway, when I've been dealing with these migraines, I've been trying to do everything to get comfortable, y'all. Y'all just, if you're a migraine sufferer out there, you understand. But I had people been telling me to use different stuff. I started using this right here, and it's not, it doesn't work. It doesn't really work, but it kind of gives me that cool, once you rub it on your head, it kind of have like that cool sensation. Hold on. But once you rub it on your head, it kind of have like, it's cool. It get real cool, and it gives you a little relief, but it don't really work. So I was talking to a lot of other people, and they was like, Donna, you need to do this. Donna, do this. Donna, do that. Y'all know I'm just not finna do any and everything somebody tell me to do. And I know there's a lot of people who treat their migraines with different things, but I'm not. I get shots in the back of my head. So one person did tell me, go to the store and get this stuff. Now, if you know, you know. Now, I was using this stuff, and this stuff really worked. This stuff really worked. And it's like, it works up into a certain amount of time. It really do. I'm not going to even lie. If you're a migraine sufferer and you have it, I bought this at a convenience store. And when I bought it, I was scared to use it at first because I don't use stuff like this. And one day I was in here and I was on the floor, like on the floor with a migraine. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this stuff off of my chin. But I was on the floor. I was on the floor with a migraine. And y'all, I tell y'all, oh, that stuff worked pretty good. It worked okay. But I was on the floor with a migraine now. And I was just in here crying. I just didn't know what to do. It just felt like the migraine had just took completely over me. And I was literally, y'all, I was, like I said, I was on the ground and I was crying. I was just like, oh, Lord, please, please, please. So I have like this little shelf, and it's full of stuff, y'all. When I used to work at Walmart, I used to always be on the little clearance and in my departments, whatever department I was working in, and I'm scanning stuff, and it was clearance, I was buying it. So I got a little plastic drawer, 3 drawers full of stuff. Well, one of them had my lip gloss in it, but I was buying the stuff. So I seen this, and I said, you know what, I'm finna try this. I tried it, and it worked. It gave me relief. It wasn't no pounding like that, but it kind of helped me a little bit. I was able to go to sleep. So I woke up the next morning. I still had a migraine, but I felt a little better. And I started using that stuff, y'all, almost every day, every time I felt the pain coming. And I started breaking out really bad. I started using it on this side. Using it. I don't know if y'all can see, but this side of my face, I don't think y'all can see it. This side of my face is so broke out from here all the way down to here. My face is broke out. This side of my head has turned black, completely black. I got them black. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I have like little black stuff from that stuff. It just completely messed my head up. So anyway, after I had my appointment and I went to the doctor and I showed her what I had been using, because she was telling me that my face, when she was checking my temper, because I told her my temple hurted to touch, and she was touching it, she was checking me out. And she had said that she asked me what was I using, what kind of skincare I was using or whatever. She told me, she said, you had some very beautiful skin, but what kind of skincare had I been using lately? Because if you feel, she took my hand, she said, if you feel the side of your face, it's completely broke out, which I've been seeing and I knew it was broke out. I didn't know what it was from. So I showed her those two things. And I have another thing that I'll be using as well. And it's this is tea tree oil, y'all. It's a peppermint oil. Peppermint oil. That helps too sometimes. But I showed her those things. She had informed me that it was the peppermint oil was not breaking my face out. She informed me this was breaking my face out. So y'all, I had to stop using that. And she gave me some cream and everything to put on it. So I told her that I use tea tree oil and it's another oil that I use on my olive oil, and it's another skin cream that I use on my face as well. She told me that those were fine, but to really stay away from using this stuff on my head. This is really not even, this is just something for them to get your money. But it helped me at the time, so I didn't feel like it was for them to get my money because it was helping me, but it was not actually, it was cool. I think that's what it was. It was cool. And at the time that it was cool, it was helping the ache. It was helping the pain. But soon as it go away, and it went away fast, I'll rub some more on there. So I kind of think I overdid it and I rubbed too much on there. But anyway, I'm going to show y'all what I got to do with these migraines. Let me show y'all real quick. I got this nose thing. It's a nose thing. Hold on, let me get it. It's this nose thing, and you put water in here. I don't know what's all on here. Make sure I'm using the clean part of the towel. You put water in here, and you just want to make sure that the water is not too cold, it's not too hot. It's at a little bit over warm. So what I try to do is I try to get my water warm. My chin was broke out real bad. Not too long ago. And I started using that tea tree oil, and it really helped my skin. It really helped my chin a lot. I see them black spots and everything, and I get black spots all over my body. Eczema has took over my body. But anyway, y'all, I put this in there. This is the rinse that you put off in there. She told me to make sure I use this daily. And I squeeze it on one side of my nose, and I squeeze it on the other side. I'm not going to show y'all all that because you know that's nasty, but hold on. I might show y'all what I have to do. I'll show y'all a little bit of it. But anyway, this is what I have to do. Can y'all see me? It did. I go to my other nose. Now go to the other side again. Then I go to the other side again. Okay. And y'all, basically, it's cleaning my nose. But basically, it's just like I'm drowning. You know, I'm cleaning my nose, but I'm drowning. Like, my nose is like you getting your nose clean from all the allergies and sinuses and stuff that's in there. And that's another thing she was telling me. That's probably why they're not. It's starting to go down because I'm treating my allergies now. I'm treating my sinuses. I'm treating everything. But I don't use it all. I use majority of it. But it start kind of like burning a little bit. And I just make sure my nose is clean. Try to make sure my nose is clean. Ain't no boogers up in there. I don't know if I got no boogers. I can't see none now. I gotta make sure. Ain't no boogers. Nothing is in my nose. Everything needs to be out. This is another process that I do. So once I do that, y'all, I just try to take deep breaths. Okay, so that's done. And then I have my sinus machine. I know y'all seen me do this before. I use this to treat my skin as well. But she said this is really a sinus machine. And she said this also helps with, with my sinuses. Y'all, this is hot. So I only go like to a certain, I'm going to show y'all how I do it. But I know y'all, if y'all have watched my videos before, y'all have seen me do this. But I'm going to let this warm up. But I use in the machine, I have my water in here. I already put my water in it. But I use bottled water. And I use the vapor steam in it as well. That helps me a lot. And what else do I use? Oh, and I have 2 nose sprays. This nose spray I'm supposed to use until she tell me to stop. This nose spray I'm only supposed to use for 15 days and then I stop using it. So I think this one right here is more of a steroid. This one is more of a steroid. So 15 days at the most. But hold on, y'all. Let me get a paper towel or something. Make sure I ain't got no... I have to make sure that there is nothing in my nose. Nothing. No type of boogers. No nothing. So if y'all see anything pop up out of there, sorry, my bad. I know it's nasty. But this is my routine I gotta go through. And this is every morning. So pretty much that water, when you do that water, it loosen up everything up in there. So if you got boogers, you got whatever, it's going to all come out. And then another thing too, y'all. She wants me to do. Hold on, guys. Okay, y'all, I don't have it. But another thing that I have been doing, I think it's in the other bathroom. I've been cleaning my ears. I've been putting that ear stuff in there. You get it from Walmart and you just put it in your ear. Let it sit for a little bit. Turn your ear over, put it in this ear, let it sit for a little bit, turn your ear over. And it gets all that wax and stuff, because when you have a lot of buildup in your ears, that can cause you to have headaches, migraines, whatever. It can cause you to have a lot of stuff. I didn't know that as well. I had a lot of buildup in this ear, y'all. It was disgusting when she did it in the office. But boy, I was in another world, because when they do it in the office, they have you tilt your head over, and they have this machine, and they just, it's some kind of machine, they just push and push, and the water just go all through your ear. Man, when I tell y'all, that felt so good to this ear. It felt like I was in another world. And then she just like, you see all this stuff coming out of your ear? This is buildup. She was just telling me about all the stuff that come, showing me all the stuff, big wax things was coming out of my ear. And she was telling me stop using Q-tips. Stop using Q-tips to clean my ear and start using that wax stuff, you know, at least once a week or twice a month. However, I think I need to clean my ears. She said because when you're using Q-tips, you're just pushing the wax in your ear. You're getting the wax from around it, but you're pushing the buildup wax back down off in there. So, baby, when I tell you, all that stuff came up out of my ear. I felt so much better. But I started, when she did this ear, she said she kind of think I was getting an ear infection. Because when she was doing this ear, I was getting lightheaded. And I was just like, I'm kind of getting lightheaded when you do this ear. And she was just like, it happens sometimes. You know, you could be getting an ear infection, or some people just do. They get lightheaded when they get their ears cleaned out. But this ear felt so good. It was just like something over here just was itching. I'm always scratching my ear. But it felt so good when they was cleaning it. But by the time she showed me that bucket, I was like, I need my big old overgrown bud wolf. She's like, no, your ears wasn't dirty. This is from you using Q-tips, pushing the wax down off in there. She said, when I went to look in your ear, I couldn't even see down in there because it was so much buildup in there. And that can cause a lot of trouble, cause you being dizzy. It can cause a lot of stuff, y'all. So y'all better stop using them Q-tips to clean your ear and go get you that. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Hold on. Y'all, I cannot find it. I do not know what I did with it. I hadn't used it in 2 weeks. So it's time for me to do my ears again. But anyway, let me go ahead and do this because it's hot and it's ready. Oh, it's hot. So you're supposed to put your face all the way on it like that, but it'd be too hot. Breathing in and out. I'll try to do this for y'all. Woo! Sorry, y'all can't do it as hot. So you do this for 15 minutes at the most. So I'm not going to do this the whole 15 minutes. I just kind of want to show y'all, but I'm going to come back to y'all as soon as my 15 minutes is up. Okay, guys. Y'all, I'm so mad. I didn't sit up there. Well, I know it's here somewhere, so I just have to find it. I think it's not even in the other bathroom. So maybe I just have, when I go to Walmart in a minute, I have to buy me another one. You don't want to keep using the same one. Anyway, but it's crazy how you do it. I'm going to have to buy it. I'm going to have to find it or either buy another one. I got so much junk, y'all. And show y'all how to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and do the steroids first. But I always spray in the air first. Y'all always want to spray in the air. Can y'all see that? Y'all can't see that, huh? So anyway, that's 2 sprays I done did. Y'all, I hate that. I hate that. That's the nasty stuff. Ugh. That's the nastiest one. and say you really, I know a lot of people use nose spray, but you really got to find your way of using it. But you really have to find your way of you using the sprays, because a lot of times the doctors told me to go in like that and like that. But to me, it don't work for me like that. So I didn't try several different ways. So halfway in the nose works better for me. But this one, I do try to do, sideways. This one works better doing that way. But, that's just living with chronic migraines. That's just the stuff you got to deal with. I take 2 pills at nighttime. I take Singular, and I do that every morning. And I use my sinus machine. I do that every morning, and I do that at night before I go to sleep. So I do that twice, and that only not help me with my sinuses, it help me with my skin as well. And I haven't been really like putting it all over my face like I normally do. I'll go over here for a couple of seconds and here. But I just normally been using it, right up in my nose. So that's really, really been helping me. I can say that I really do like the new doctor that I got. She's really good. Everything she have told me, it has been working. And like she said, you got to get a routine. You got to take care of your sinuses and allergies. She said the pollen is high out there, and if you don't take care of that stuff, it's not gonna benefit you. You have chronic migraines. You just don't have where you're getting allergies or you having a headache. You're chronic. So chronic is for the rest of your life. I get shots in the back of my head. They're going to start going now to my neck. They're going to start going to my neck. The first shot that I got in my neck, it kind of made me feel bad, and it kind of made my migraines worse. But they said it was going to do that. But if they say it's going to do it, and it's going to help me, because it has been helping. He told me that I can still get the ones in the back of my head, but I'm kind of thinking like, that's just a bit much. Cause, sometimes laying on the back of my head and, doing certain activities, it gives me headaches. It's just crazy, y'all. I just hate this. I hate this. I pray for all of my migraine sufferers out there, whether you have chronic migraines, whether you have monthly migraines, daily migraines, whatever the situation is, headache, tension headache, cluster headaches. I learned so many different type of headache, rebound headaches. I learned that sometimes I could be thinking I'm having a migraine and it's a cluster headache, or I think I'm having a cluster headache and it's a tension headache. It's so many different type of migraines, headaches out there, y'all. And I'm so happy that I'm learning so much about a lot of them, and I just want to be able to be a help to y'all. So if you're suffering and the migraines are just there and they just not going anywhere, and you've been through everything, start treating your sinuses. Start doing your nose. Go get you a nose, one of these sinus rinse things. And they have these, it's this with this. It's a nose rinse. Go get you one of these. Start using that daily, rinsing your nose out. You can use it twice a day or once a day. She told me to just do it once, and that's in the morning. So, because I use this morning and night, go get you one of these. These are these are great. So, go get you one of these. If you don't have a doctor and you can't get to the doctor, or they can't give you a nose spray, there are nose sprays that you don't have to have prescribed to you. There's nose sprays that they sell over the counter for allergies, for sinuses, whichever one. But when it gets so bad, get to a doctor, get you a steroid. the steroids will really open everything up, but you only want to take the steroids for a certain amount of time. Don't overdo it. Try to make sure you follow your routine. You do your routine every day. Stay on your medication. You know, there's so much going on in this world. We have so much pollen. There's so much dust. There's so much pollution. You know, you might go into somebody's house that, you know, burn candles and, you know, that might burn this or might burn that you are allergic to, that, you know, the smells might do. Like me, I can't wear like perfume, like body sprays and stuff. I'm okay. Sometimes they can give me a headache, but not all the time. But perfume, they will give me a headache. Cologne, let me walk past somebody or be around somebody and they done bathe in a cologne. I will literally get sick to my stomach. So it's a lot of things that I cannot use, not only because of because of my migraines, but I have eczema too, so I'm allergic to a lot of stuff. I'm just a broke down person, y'all. But I'm grateful that the Lord still keeps me here, because I'm grateful that I'm able to feel the migraines, to know that I have eczema. You know, I just hate these, because, you know, I would never, ever want to be dressed up all in tight clothes and showing off this and showing off that, because that's just not my height. But I would love to, you know, dress nice and, you know, be, you know, in the little prom dresses and, you know, date night, you know, look a certain way. But because of my eczema, I don't like showing off my legs. I don't like showing off my arms. And, you know, I just, you know, I'm just me. I just thank God for blessing me to be here. And I just thank God for me, you know. So, y'all, let's help. Any suggestions y'all have that, you know, that y'all do besides the things that I do, let me know. You know, like, you know, me, you know, I tell y'all, be careful with the perfumes, with the lotions, with the candles, with anything that's too strong and you know it's too strong. You know, even being around, I try not to talk about people, but sometimes being around people who are musty, who has a different type of smell, or, you know, you can't help it, because I don't judge people, because sometimes, you know, there's people in this world that can't help their hygiene. There's people in this world that, you know, sometimes that need medical treatment for their hygiene. So I try not to talk about people with, you know, stuff like that, because sometimes, you know, hey, I might be the one. But, you know, just being around strong odors of any type, it will trigger my migraine. So I just try to stay to myself, stay by myself, don't go around a lot of people. Because, man, when you go, when you be in a group of people, it's about 100,001 people with different type of perfumes on. And you don't get sick all the time. But when you close up on people, which I don't be close up on people, you will get sick. But I love y'all, all my LJC family. I thank y'all for watching. And if y'all have any suggestions for me, if y'all know anything, I haven't did Botox. I haven't did the little thing they told me to get done in my ear. I haven't done a lot of stuff that they have been telling me to do for these migraines. I'm trusting God for my healing. And I'm going to continue to do the things that I'm doing. And I just pray that one day the migraines will just go away. But I love you all, my LJC family. Until next time. Peace.